Welcome to another book talk with Tracy. Today I thought I would do something a little bit fun and different. I wanted to look at some reviews, some review bites, a few little things. And so I'm sitting here, I've got my laptop in front of me. Of course, most online retailers have places where people can leave reviews, but the most common place, I suppose, is Amazon. That's the one that I guess carries the most weight. The other place that's kind of a cool place to look for reviews is Goodreads. They often have the same, like Amazon reviews will show up in Goodreads as well, but there are other reviews there. It's like some people choose to just review on Goodreads. And it's a cool site. If you're a reader, you can track what books you're reading and things like that. So I encourage people to get on there. In any case, today I wanted to look at some reviews on some of my books. And so I've just gone straight to my Amazon page on Amazon.com. The other thing about that is other reviews, international reviews, will show up on Amazon.com some of the time. .ca usually does, but not always vice versa. So that's kind of an interesting little quirk. Anyways, the first book I'm looking at here is just happened to be the first in the queue. It's the Neighbors Series 1. And let's see what we've got here. So these serials are awesome. I read each volume, was so engrossed. It was a shock to see one story end and another begin. You get caught up in the characters' lives and you'll forget the time. Well, that's cool. Quite a few 5-star reviews. This one was people watching at its best. Diverse characters intertwine, hugely entertaining. Family drama, prejudice, mystery, complete with stalkers and crooked corporate entities. Yes. Tracy Krauss hits a home run in this introductory Neighbors series. So there's a few things about Neighbors. Let's see what else we've got in the queue here. Let's look at Windover Marshdale. That one has quite a few reviews, actually. 40 to be exact. So, of course, you want to be authentic. So there are various, there's 5 stars, there's 4 stars. There's even a couple of 2 and 3 stars. Fortunately, the majority seem to be 5. That's a good thing. Let me see. Wonderful characters. I like this particular review. An eerie sensation stole over me in the opening pages, which I'm sure was the intent of the author. Tracy Krauss, in this tale of fresh starts and the unseen spiritual forces at work in the lives of a small town, reading this story from the perspective of one having a Christian worldview, it felt too real, downright creepy even, and I couldn't wait to read more. So that's kind of cool. Have you ever needed to start over? That's what happens in this book. Author Tracy Krauss has crafted a marvelous romantic thriller with a variety of themes interwoven seamlessly. So back to the page. How about Play It Again? That one has 16 reviews. By the way, if you have read any of my books, a review is so valuable. And even if you don't review a book, you can leave a rating. That is something that is also very valuable. Especially if you've read the book or, bought the book as a verified purchase. It is really wonderful. Let's see. So this one's about Play It Again. Tracy has done a marvelous job of weaving the story into my mind. I became very attached to the characters. It's an edgy story, but not out of line. This book is hot property. Grabs your interest from page 1. The reader gets a glimpse of tension between the 2 brothers. Both poles are opposite in personality. So, great story about relationships and how painful they can be. I've got to tell you, Play It Again is definitely a story worth reading. Well, there we go. Thank you. And move on here to Neighbors Series 2. So keeping up with the Neighbors, this one doesn't have a lot of reviews. So I would really appreciate a few more if you have happened to have read it. So let's see what it does say. All 3 of the reviews are 5 stars, so that's encouraging, I suppose. I like this. It says, what I love about Tracy Krause's books is that she writes about characters to which you can relate. Keeping Up with the Neighbors is a beautiful story, and I love that these characters are people that we may encounter in everyday life. They're flawed. Some are Christians and some aren't. The beauty of the story is that the Christians don't come off as superior. Shows that we're all neighbors. We must love and help one another regardless of race, color, or creed. She smashes the stereotypes and lets us know that ultimately people are just people. I appreciate that one. That's a really great review. Thank you very much for that, reviewer DD. So I'd like to see what we have about Conspiracy of Bones. That one has the most reviews. Probably because it was free for a time. Plus, right now, speaking of free, it is also at this moment when I'm recording this, my reader magnet, which is a free giveaway when you sign up for my newsletter. So if you haven't done that, I encourage you to do so. Let's see, what have we got here in terms of reviews? 58 reviews. It's a winner. Okay, unique novel revolves around honesty or lack thereof. Spins into a gripping and unpredictable adventure with some romance gone wrong. I'm very impressed with the knowledgeable descriptions of the technical side of the story. It's an intriguing book with plenty of action, twists, and turns. Okay. Thought-provoking. Science, romance, self-sacrifice, murder, and mayhem. Tying it all together is a loving God. Well, that's good. And reviews don't need to be long. This one's one line. An excellent book, intelligent design, proof can go hand in hand with science. I enjoyed this Indiana Jones type of action, someone else says. Excellent. How about my mother? Oh, there's 14 reviews for My Mother the Man-Eater. Let's have a look at that. I love Tracy Krause's books. Tracy writes from a Christian worldview, and I love it. I like that the main female character is an older woman who has a life and children. We need more books with older heroines. I also love Jolene's daughters. It was good to see how each one developed as the story went along. This romantic suspense is filled with hilarious mix-ups, toe-curling suspense, and heart-wrenching pain, culminating in blessed redemption. Oh, that's a good one. I appreciate that. Highly recommended. Another one says well-developed characters. A must-read for everyone. See what we have here for Lone Wolf. It has 8 reviews. Since I loved Wind Over Marshdale, I was delighted for the chance to read about this sequel, and I was not disappointed. The story is exciting and satisfying. The virtue of waiting on God was woven in nicely. All right. Excellent. Yeah. So, sometimes the reviews begin to sound a lot the same. People say, nice things, but often the same things. But it's always nice when, you hear something a little bit unique and you can tell that it was from the heart. Okay, I'm going to look at the 3-strand cord series next. I love the imagery depicted in the title. 3 friends with their lives entwined despite their different backgrounds. Lots of suspense, romance, drama. This book is good. There we go. I love action, suspense, all wrapped up in a tale of 3 friends. Here's one. Tracy Krause delivers another round of convincing characters and page-turning tension. Excellently executed. Krause braids the lives of Cherise, Tempest, and Stella together seamlessly. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Now that one, 3-strand cord, at this moment in time has 23 reviews on Amazon. Often authors feel like they need to get into the 3 digits. None of mine have to this point, so I would be very happy about that. Not too many reviews on Blood Ties, which is the second book in the series. Well written, great plot. So there we go. Not a lot to say about that one, unfortunately. And what about book 3, Tempest Tossed? We'll have a look at that one. All right. Well, here's, we want to be honest. Here's one that's a little less glowing. The writing was great, but I struggled with the graphic scenes of the Sinful Life. And that's very fair. I do mention that my books do contain what some people would call edgy content. They're not squeaky clean, certainly not what I would think would be very graphic, but that's the wonderful thing about reviews. You want people to be honest and give their honest opinions, and of course everyone has a different threshold in terms of what they like to read and what they feel is appropriate. There's another one, Third Time's a Charm. All right. Spellbinding, somebody said. Tempest tossed, exactly as the name suggests, a roller coaster of emotion. Hard to put down. Oh, so the Sleepy Town Express. Let's see what people have to say about that. So I've got 7 ratings. Grew up with this song. Was sung to me by my own mother and passed down. Didn't have all the verses. I was actually going to illustrate it myself, and then I found it online. Well, there you go. I don't even know who that is. Their review name is Baseball Mum. So, sometimes people choose to be anonymous. Took me and my grown-up children on a welcome stroll down memory lane, someone else says. Beautiful illustrations, great quality, a perfect gift. Well, that's kind. And here's the thing, like when I'm looking at these reviews, most of them, I don't know who these people are, so that's the other thing. It's not just my friends and family who are going online reviewing. In fact, I'm often hounding some of my family members to leave reviews in there. I'm not that good at it. So, what a great find, someone said. A childhood favorite. It even has a link to the music. Yes, it does. Wonderful book for any age. Beautiful artwork. The song is included with the short story. Sure to be a classic. Right. So there you have it. I don't think I'll do any more, but it's fun. I try not to obsess over reviews myself, but I do check every once in a while to see if there's new reviews out there, or some that I haven't seen yet. And for the most part, they're pretty positive. As I said, there's sometimes lower ratings, and you have to take that with a grain of salt. I mean, that's people's opinion, and you have to respect that. Sometimes the lower reviews are because they don't like either they don't like the Christian content. This is too Christian. It's like, well, it's in the Christian category. Or the other one I've had is like, for a Christian book, this has too much, sin. So it's like, yeah, again, you just sort of have to do go with what feels right to you. One last time, if you have read any of my books, a review, even a rating, is so valuable. I really appreciate it. Hop over to my website, tracykrause.com. No E in Tracy, 2 S's in Krause. And you can see every single one of my books and plays, even the ones that are not on Amazon, because not all of my plays are on Amazon. And there'll be purchase links, because I realize not everyone enjoys buying from that big mega store either. They like to support other places like Kobo, Barnes & Noble, or what have you. So you can get all the information over at my website. Do, leave a comment. I really appreciate your support. And that is it for this episode of Book Talk. And I will see you again next time.